Thinking about visiting New Orleans but not sure how to plan your trip? Let me take you through the ultimate 3-day itinerary filled with history, music, amazing food, and hidden gems. Whether you're here for the culture, the nightlife, or the scenic spots, this guide has everything you need. Stick around for some insider tips to make your trip even better. First things first, where to stay. I recommend finding an Airbnb near the French Quarter. It puts you right by the heart of the city, near all the action. It's also cheaper than other parts of NOLA. We ended up staying in Bywater, and although ours did not, keep in mind that a lot of houses have a shotgun layout and you need to walk through each room to get to the next one. This is not the exact order that we did things, but for day one, you should kick off your trip with a bike tour. This is hands down one of the best ways to get a sense of direction and a feel for the city's history and culture. We did a half-day Creole bike tour. We learned about how the history of New Orleans is extremely unique compared to other cities because of how it was founded and the influence from so many different cultures. Our tour included a stop at St. Roch's Cemetery. It was a really interesting experience. Make sure to ask your tour guide for recommendations. Our guide Danny gave us tons of recommendations for food and live music spots. Our tour ended at a great, affordable local bar called Mardi's, known for its original slab burgers. I'll link the tour we did in the description. For dinner, you can't visit New Orleans without trying some classic Creole cuisine. Most places have a sampler entree where you can try gumbo, jambalaya, etouffee, and red beans and rice. There's a spot that many locals love called Coop's Place that you should try out. Their food is delicious. After dinner, walk over to Bourbon Street. Pop in and out of bars and restaurants to check out the live music scene on and around this famous street. It's a must-do experience. You can slip into Fritzel's Jazz Pub for New Orleans jazz, or you can go to Pat O'Brien's for the piano bar, or just pop in anywhere you hear music coming from. End your first night with square donuts. These are called Beignets and are a New Orleans staple. Café du Monde is French for coffee of the world. Check out the original Café du Monde on Decatur Street that has been around since 1862 and is open 24/7. It's better to go at night because it'll be super crowded during the day. If you're staying near Bywater, start your second day with breakfast at St.Coffee. This place has a friendly, artsy vibe, and I had the best breakfast burrito I've ever had. Their coffee and food is super well received. They also have vegan and vegetarian options. New Orleans also has many other great breakfast spots, so take your pick. After breakfast, wander through the French Quarter to soak up the history, music, and beautiful architecture. While you're wandering, stop by the French Market. This is the perfect place to pick up a unique gift or try something new. You can also see the Mississippi River and get a good view of St. Louis Cathedral. The exploring isn't over. Take a short walk over to see the local artist by Jackson Square. The artwork here is incredible, and you might even find the perfect piece to take home. For dinner, I would recommend more NOLA or Southern cuisine. The Zesty Creole is a more touristy option, but it was the best gumbo I had on the trip. A fancier place would be Café Omelette for trip and grits. If you're visiting during carnival season, make sure to catch a parade before or after dinner. It's such an exciting experience with music, dancing, and over-the-top floats everywhere. On your third and final day, try exploring New Orleans City Park, but beware, it's huge. There's so much to do here. This beautiful park has a botanical garden, sculpture garden, art museum, nature trails, an amusement park, mini golf, and more. We didn't do everything, but we loved the sculpture garden and seeing this 800-year-old tree. Absolutely breathtaking. If you have extra time after the park, I would recommend taking a stroll through the Garden District or checking out New Orleans cemeteries. They're unlike anywhere else in the world. Here's a list of some of the best ones to go to. There's actually a wildlife refuge near New Orleans. If you're outdoorsy and have some extra time, you can hike at the Bayou Sauvage National Wildlife Refuge, located about a half hour outside the city, or you can do a swamp tour. We walked on the Bayou Sauvage Ridge Trail and it was so peaceful. That's a wrap on our 3-day New Orleans adventure. Of course, there's so much more to do and see here, so if you have extra time, you can always spread things out or add more stops to your trip. If you found this itinerary helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more travel adventures. Also, drop a comment if you've been to New Orleans or if it's on your bucket list.